Hello, my name is Mark Owens. I am with the Jarrell Police Department. I am the chief of the Jarrell Police Department. I have been here since June of 2018. I have 27 years of law enforcement experience. I began my career in North Texas with the Grand Prairie Police Department and spent 25 years there. I then had an opportunity to come down here and be chief in Jarrell, Texas. A little bit about my background. I have a college degree from UT Arlington. I graduated from the FBI National Academy. One of the things that I like most about being a police officer is the ability to help somebody, but also just being out there, visible on the street, protecting people. If you have an interest in being a police officer, and I'm talking to you young kids out there, listen up boys and girls, if you have an interest in being a police officer, stay in school, get good grades, stay fit. The best thing that you can do when you get older, try to become a part of the Police Explorers, find an officer that you like, you trust, have him be a mentor for you. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video, and now I want to introduce you to some of the other members of the Jarrell Police Department.
Hello, my name is Officer Travis Noblet, badge number 906 with Jarrell Police Department. I work as a patrol officer for the night shift. One thing about this job is, you always want to be able to help and protect people, which is why I became a police officer. To get me here, I was prior military. You don't have to be prior military to become a cop, but it does help a lot. To become a peace officer, you have to go to a Texas-approved police academy. If you Google it, you can find most colleges and will have a police department. Plus, a lot of departments run their own, especially the bigger departments like sheriff's departments, run their own academy. The things that I love and is most challenging about this job is every call is different. It doesn't matter whether you go to the same address twice, every call is different. Every traffic stop is different. Every time somebody calls for help, it's going to be something different. My advice for people that want to get into this job would be get into shape and contact your local police or sheriff department and research if the job is for you. Go down and talk to your officers, your sheriff officers, your police officers, your constables, and take rides with them. Most departments do ride-alongs, and you can actually ride out with the officers and see what it is that they do. You can see what the job entails and how they do it, and you can see if that's for you or not. Some of the things that I like to do that, when I get off work and wind down is I do martial arts. I also like to do scuba diving when I can. Words to live by is always keep your word. That's probably the biggest thing about being a police officer is to have good integrity, and it lets people know that not only can you be trusted, but that you're also trustworthy, and if you say you're going to do something, you'll get it done. So I hope that provides you a little bit of what it's like to become a cop and what I do and how to get here.
Hi, I'm Officer Robert Lynn with the Jarrell Police Department here in Jarrell, Texas. I'm 35 years old. I've been with the department here for about a year and a half. I graduated from the Williamson County Sheriff's Office Training Academy. Before that, I worked as a security contractor in Austin, Texas for about 6 years. And prior to that, I served 8 years in the United States Marine Corps. It's what they call a motor transport operator. I got to drive some of those really, really cool big armored trucks. It was kind of fun. Something I really enjoyed about the military, and something I find here working as a police officer as well, is you can get really close to the people you work with. It's kind of like a big family. It's really something kind of special. I'll tell you something else I really like working as a police officer is every day is different, out there in the world, driving around, going different places, meeting different people, doing something different every day, learning new things. It can be really fun sometimes. When I'm not on duty, when I'm not working, some of the things I like to do is I like learning new things. I like trying new things. I think my family would probably say my favorite hobby is looking for new hobbies. I've tried woodworking, metalworking. I've got a little homemade forge in my backyard, working with electronics, things like that. I'm also a really big nerd. I like watching cheesy horror movies and reading science fiction novels, playing video games, and fun stuff like that. So it's a little bit about me. Thanks for listening. Y'all take care. Bye.
My name is Pacer Korn. I'm a police officer with the city of Jarrell, and I've been with the Jarrell Police Department for about 1.5 years now. And the reason why I wanted to become a police officer was just, as growing up, me and my dad, always watching cops, and it was always before, WCW and WWF wrestling, would be watching it, and just watching cops. I was like, man, that's a cool job. That's something that I would like to do. And then a buddy of mine that lived next door, his dad was a police officer for the city of Pflugerville, and just seeing him in uniform and him telling us stories of things that he would see and do on patrol, I was like, I want to be just like that guy. And so when I graduated high school, I joined the Army, and I did that for 4 years. And when I got out of that, I became a corrections officer at the Williamson County Sheriff's Office in Georgetown. And I did that for 6 years. I decided to put myself through the police academy. I went to Central Texas College in Killeen. They have a good police academy up there, and I did that, graduated, and then I applied here in Jarrell, and I got on, and now I'm here.
Hi, this is Officer Ryan Greger with the Jarrell Police Department. I've been with Jarrell PD for about 1.5 years now, and I have to say I love working for this department. We're a family, and I also love this community. The people in it are friendly, and I love helping out. And oddly enough, even though it's a small town, there is some action here, and I gotta say I love action, which brings me to the reason I wanted to get in law enforcement in the first place. Was I was a rambunctious kid when I was growing up, and I love action, and I also love helping people. My dad was a firefighter. He would always take me out, and we would serve the community, and I always enjoyed it. I enjoyed talking to people and meeting new people. So I pretty much went into law enforcement, and I think I've pretty much been in law enforcement since I was 19. I even went to college for law enforcement. Eventually I decided to put myself through the academy at Killeen at CDC, and I went there with a couple of friends, and I have to say, in this department, in this field, you need a good support system, and that's what they were. They helped me through. We helped each other study, and I think that's necessary for what we do. And so now one of the guys that I went to the academy with is actually working with me now, and it's pretty cool to have that support system follow you. I believe that in this field you have to be a kind of person that will do the right thing even when no one's looking. And I believe that the person makes the uniform, not the uniform makes the person. I believe that you need to be a good person, but also know that other people have problems, and you just need to figure out how to help them. And that's why I love this job so much, is because every day is something new, and every person is a potential person that you need to help. And so I believe this is a great career, and it's rewarding it every day.
Hi, I'm Officer David Hyman, number 910 with Jarrell Police Department. I've been working here for approximately 5 months. I was born in Cuba. I am 22 years of age, and I've always wanted to be a police officer. That has always been my dream as a kid. Prior to becoming a police officer for Jarrell, I worked as a correctional officer for the Williamson County Jail. The best advice I can give to anybody who is getting into law enforcement is to go out and find a Police Explore program. In the Police Explore, you're going to get to do a lot of hands-on activities, and you're going to get to meet a lot of people that have been doing this job for a very long time, and you're also going to do a lot of ride-outs. In those ride-outs, you're going to get to ask questions to the officers that you're riding with, who have been working for a lot of years. I was a police explorer for approximately 5 years before I started working for Williamson County. In my free time, I enjoy working on motorcycles and cars. It just helps me clear my mind and see my hard work pay off at the end of the day. I have loved every single minute of this job, getting to know the community, getting to meet a lot of good people, and also I have enjoyed this job due to every single call that you go to, it's going to be 100% different. It's never going to be the exact same as the one that you just came from or the one that you're going to go afterwards. Biggest thing for somebody who wants to be in law enforcement, it's always respect everybody else, keep your integrity intact, and always don't forget, treat others like you like to be treated.
Hi, I'm Sergeant Christopher Bryce with the Jarrell Police Department. I currently supervise several of our full-time officers, and I also help with training new officers and making sure that they have a good foundation to their police careers. I haven't always been in law enforcement, though. I started years ago, graduating high school early at the age of 16 and starting a computer retail and service company in Georgetown. I then went to operate several locations in the Central Texas area and then moved on to owning a retail and residential construction company as well. After operating several successful businesses in the Central Texas area, I then decided it was time to start giving something back to the community I was raised in. I decided to go to night school in my spare time through Austin Community College and their alternative police academy program. And after a few years, I was able to get my peace officer certification, and that's when I went to Florence Police Department.
In September of 2017,
I transferred to the Jarrell Police Department. And even though I'm a police officer now, I didn't leave the computers behind. I'm also the IT director for the city of Jarrell. That means that I help with some of the computer and networking issues with the city, as well as the police department. I also help with uploading digital evidence, things like body cam and dash cam videos, to send to the county attorney or district attorney whenever there's a case. That means that I'm pretty much a computer cop. Aside from that, we like to do a lot of things in the community still as well. One of the community policing projects we currently have, under the guidance and direction of Chief Owens, is a birthday presentation program. We drive by to homes of kids in town and we'll say hi on their birthday, give them a soccer ball, basketball, baseball, something to that effect, and make sure that they have a chance to celebrate their birthday by just having something special for the day. When we drive by with lights and sirens going, come by and say hi and happy birthday, it really makes some of these kids light up, where they're not able to have the standard parties and things that they were able to have in the past due to the coronavirus issues that are going on right now. We really want to make sure that we make a difference in the community, and that's really what all police officers strive to do. If you're looking at a career in law enforcement or being a first responder of any kind, it would be great to visit some police departments, local first responder agencies, do some ride-outs, meet some of the officers, come by and say hi, and that'll teach you a lot about what officers do on a daily basis. We hope that you've been able to have a great view of what it's like to be a police officer in Jarrell and the difference that we try to make.